Hi Leo, welcome into a random brief next 48-hour tarot reading for you. I do want to just jump into the Sacred Traveler Oracle deck and see what we have to look forward to, what we need to know for the next 48. I'm being drawn to, on the little book for this deck, the owl. All right, I feel this is how people are viewing you. This is how Spirit, including especially your team of guides, are viewing you, encouraging you to remember and utilize the intelligence that you truly have, the wisdom that you've gained and are even more so gaining in the next 2 days. There's also a sense, as I'm being drawn to the lantern here, on the tip of the boat. I feel there's a huge focus on your alone time, kind of giving hermit energy, hermit card energy, but also on you being someone who has the ability to light the way for yourself and other people. So I wouldn't be surprised if your leadership qualities or quality way about you is being magnified, is what I'm getting. It's being put into the spotlight. The light is being shined down upon your leadership way about you. Anyways, what else do we have for Leo? So with those two messages coming through, the lantern and the owl, I feel the next 48 will have certain messages, synchronicities, for some, a lot coming through, like myself, and images are going to be a fun way for Spirit to get through to you. Coming out, finding sanctuary, and that one was at the bottom of the deck. I was pushed to look at it, but I decided to shuffle and have it flop out. Talking about opening to your spiritual source. So I feel whenever you're wrapped up with what feels like a sanctuary, partially or fully for you, for a lot of which is going to be part of your home or your home in general, where you reside, this is going to be a very spiritual time for you. Time to reconnect to the spiritual source that you look to, that you feel protected by and guides you all the meanwhile. You're going to be pushed to imagine, to envision a better life for yourself moving forward, even fantasize to that extent in regards to a big lavish lifestyle for some, or just maybe, I'm hearing quaint, comfortable, cozy, smaller lifestyle for some, depending on what's going to be more ideal for you, because everyone's different. Remembering that just because we all have Leo within our chart doesn't mean we're completely the same. Being unique is a huge part of this life for us. Anyways, I don't know why I just said that. Transformation coming through. A fresh new way of living emerges. I feel Spirit saying you're now more so prioritizing your peace in different ways, different forms of peace within and outside of you. Saying that, yes, okay, I want life to be passionate, right? I want to walk a path that's successful and even invigorating at certain points or in general. But I do feel I can also, remain and increase my peace that I truly have seen stripped away from me at certain points from winding back, wanting to live a peaceful life and say, you know what, screw it, I deserve that all the meanwhile at the end of the day. And I do feel like this is helping you move forward in a very empowered, peaceful, and confident way, okay? I do sense that you're going to be remembering when you were the phoenix rising from the ashes. I feel this came out in your mid-November reading, but I do sense that you are spreading your wings in peacefully heading towards, flying towards, or at least getting ready to fly towards new experiences, new beginnings for yourself. Remembering that if things were to stay the same, rewinding back, you wouldn't be where you are, even though I don't sense that you feel everything is perfect, nor should it be. Noticing the perfections, the imperfections, and the in-betweens at certain points in the next 2 days. But they're saying it just reminds you to embrace and even create, initiate change, to, release and move forward and embrace the new, right? The fresh, the positive, so you can succeed more and have more stability and comfort all the meanwhile. I've been saying that phrase way too much. Choosing your path coming out, talking about all is possible. I was just shown a vision of an infinity symbol being a time for you where Spirit is very clearly reminding you and informing you otherwise that the possibilities are through the roof for you. You can have it all. What do you want though? Again, going back to this castle imagery, fantasize it, imagine it, believe in it, and watch it come to be, because you're somebody who not only manifests but is absolutely assisted by spirits, creating the evidential, the process, of you co-creating with certain spirits, okay? Not just your team of guides. But joy and delight, open your heart to joy, my friend. I feel it's a time for you where life is now going to feel like it's becoming more delightful, more delicious is what I'm getting. The delicate successes that you are one with, that you even create for yourself in the next 48, maybe more so created from past efforts now paying off for you. Those are going to feel simple, right? But maybe even complex, all the meanwhile. Didn't want to say it, but it just came out. Your mind is taking a focus, Leo. You're feeling fresh in the mind, or more so, it's as if Spirit has been helping you, and more so in the next 48, to clear the clutter mentally and maybe even within your physical reality. Because knowing and remembering, physical clutter and, how clean and organized things are does affect your mind. You know what I mean? And how you process, decide, and how much does actually go on upstairs. Anyways, to continue for Leo, I feel as if you're needing to heal. I sense that some of which are thinking about disappointment when it comes to the world, when it maybe comes to certain aspects of your world. You might find that somebody, if not a couple different people in a situation in your midst, are going through it. Maybe somebody's going through depression, has anxiety, but I do feel as if your energy needs to be protected, okay, in the midst of sorting through, in the midst of having, a decent amount to work through, to, jot down. I feel spirits coming through very clearly with symbols, synchronicities through your mind, your dreams. You may even find, going back to that castle imagery, you're doing a decent amount of daydreaming. It may be hard to, remain or come back to the present moment at certain points in the next 48, or in general, because you're being pushed to drift to the past. You're drifting to the imaginary state, the fantasizing state that we've been speaking upon. You're getting visions for a lot. You're getting downloads left and right. You're getting intuitive hits as well. And this can feel like a lot. So they're saying organize yourself, write things down, and simplify in the ways that, you can control. Anyways, let's move on. The Magician at the bottom of the deck. What is going to be the number one thing that you wish to see manifested and even maybe co-created for the near future? Whether it's love, more success, a new career opportunity coming in, a new housing situation. For some it's going to be financial. They're saying we need you to think about the priority list as far as what you wish to see come to fruition, because it's all going to start to come in for you in divine timing, maybe being tweaked in regards to what that's going to be look like experienced for you, or even if that's what you want per se. But we need you to be thinking about what's number one on the list, and then from there, once that's solidified and you're feeling concrete in regards to that, maybe you already are, you need to remember that that's meant to be up there as at number one, or why it's meant to be at number one. We then can move on to number 2, 3, and 4, okay, progressively. What else do we have for Leo? The 7 of Pentacles and the 6 of Wands. I feel like at certain points in the next 48, you're going to feel a bit off, all right? This is due to maybe the transformation that you've been going through, but as well it's due to a spirit, affecting you in that sense. Take a deep breath. I feel like someone just drove off who had bad energy. Wow, the difference that just made, reminding you so clearly and powerfully that everybody holds energy for the better and for the worse, okay? Or for the worse. Anyways, the 6 of Wands and the 7 of Pentacles, I really feel like you're going to be finding that victory is more than ever now yours for the taking. And I feel like past efforts, regardless of whether you wanted to put in that effort in that moment or throughout that day, that week, or not, are now paying off. And I feel even current next 48-hour efforts are leading to victory. It feels like Spirit is saying, take a bow when you do something really well. Pat yourself on the back when you do something very well. When you find things are clearing up for you energy-wise, maybe even spiritually, you know, feeling-wise, just take a deep breath and recognize that everything's going to be okay, better than okay, right? I'm hearing the word fantastic. I sense that you're going to want to better understand the future, but don't overdo it in the forcing or in the desiring of that illumination, that clarity, because I feel like you're needing to remember the answers, the clarity will come in exactly when it's meant to, no sooner, no later, okay? But moving on to some more cards, the Eight of Wands, the Knight of Cups, and the Queen of Wands. You might find for the singles, okay, even if you are committed to somebody romantically and otherwise, there's communication coming through, and maybe even you are, you know, taking upon initiating this communication for a select few to see where things go with them, maybe to just catch up with this individual to better understand what they're going through or what kind of person they are. Are we a match is now what I'm hearing. Now, looks are as well part of the next 48. I can't help but think about how to spruce up, how to perfect my individual looks to an extent, if not fully, but as well thinking about your attraction or dislike in regards to other people's looks, right? A little bit of a superficial message coming through, but they're saying, hey, nobody's perfect, and you know, it's not a bad thing to at times prioritize or work on and even think about and admire other people's looks, you know what I mean, in your own. But I wouldn't be surprised if this is as well talking about you gaining communication in a positive sense. I'm hearing thank you, we appreciate you, you're a good soul. It very much reminds me of the comment section on some of these readings, because you're a good soul, because you're a kind individual. You know, this taking another sort of message being your energy at certain points or in general. When you're a good person, things will work out for you in the end. I don't care if it isn't always that evident when it comes to certain people's paths. In this case, it is the truth. The Queen of Wands coming out because you're an influencer for some, or you're at the very least an example and influence by being a kind person, by stepping up to the plate and improving your life. The fact that you made a change that nobody or most people didn't support for a lot, rewinding back, and now it's working out for you even after certain levels of difficulty, obstacles and delays, I want to say. You're in that sense an example to not hold your breath in regards to a change, to not hold yourself back even with certain doubts or limitations or negativity or doubts when it comes to other people. Okay, now I feel the support in the approval even is coming through, even if that's at a distance. The Page of Wands, I feel you're thinking about beginning again in certain ways moving forward, but this also talking about positive communication once again, positive news coming through. This is going to be a very interesting but peaceful and successful, very victorious next 48 for you, where they're reminding you to prioritize what you once again would like to manifest for the near future, and so on and so on. And I feel this is a time for you where they're saying your life is about to go through some major improvements, changes, and you're going to find that people want you to be even more so victorious. Enjoy the path that you walk, all right? So if this was truly helpful, I am sending you a ton of love and light. Until the next time we meet, do take care, Leo.